6 o'clock. It is 6 p.m. I am opening the August 16th, 2022 meeting of the Rutland Conservation Commission. Welcome one and all. The announcement. We're on Zoom. Most people already know that we're being recorded. We will be, we are being broadcast live on 192. We are being recorded. We'll be rebroadcast on a couple channels and put up on our YouTube channel. I think that's all I have to say about recording.
Sure.
It'll do. Let me, Oh, good God, leave me alone. Let's get this.
Nice advertising spot, Julian.
Sure.
Go boy.
Go boys. I looked up and went.
All right. Maybe we should do a reason. There's a reason.
Oh, look, we're at the agenda already. How nice. So, minutes from August 2. Agenda minutes.
Motion to approve as written.
Second.
Roll call.
Dolko, aye.
Langer and I.
Clock, aye.
Dan's abstain. I wasn't here.
Crane eye. All right. Wrong thing. This one, everything moves. All right, we have a request for a certificate of compliance for 17 Richards Ave. I think all I have is a COC request, but it's from 98, if memory serves.
Yeah, that was a Gangle.
Yep.
Yeah, yep. Can I get a motion? Is it even worth discussing more
I
than
can't
that?
say
It's
anything.
not,
Then,
make a motion to approve.
Second.
roll call.
Dolko, aye.
Abstain.
Abstain. Clock, abstain.
Dan's eye.
Crane eye.
I just sold it. I have to abstain.
Just
I did.
It's fine.
That would be bad.
I don't think I was on the board back then. I was.
Yeah, I know you were, but I don't think I was.
It doesn't
The,
matter.
all the ending ones over there got messed up. The paperwork didn't come through.
That was one of the first ones.
All right, so we have a
Yeah, they-
submission of an RDA for JM Susi. Oh, wait, let's get the plan. So hold on, let me go back. This is, if memory serves, and since I don't want to trust my memory, that the boundaries of the resource areas are correct. That's all this
That's all
determination
it
is.
is.
It's not for work.
Yep.
And if I'm reading this plan, this is the only area that could be developed, assuming this plan is right.
That's the 100-foot buffer. This area.
Oh,
That's the 100-foot buffer from the wetlands. The wetlands are here. Comes
Right.
around like this and then zigzags all the way down, all the way to here. And the rail trail is right here.
How far is it off the pond?
Pond is way
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, but how?
Here's the 200-foot, no touch zone.
Okay.
so this line is 400 feet from the pond.
This line is 400 feet from the pond, correct.
So that's how close you are to the pond and
Mm-hmm.
kind of close to the rail trail.
Yeah, real close to the rail trail.
I've never walked any of this. I don't know if anybody here has. Does it
A
yes?
long time ago, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I walked out a couple of times.
How long ago?
2-3 years.
We walked up here 2
I
or
did.
3 years?
I've been on it.
You've been, okay.
I've been on it.
On the rail trail.
No, on
On the
that.
property.
Doesn't matter. Jesus.
Okay, so we should probably do a walk for this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
Let's get a,
How thick is that now?
It's pretty thick.
Yeah. Is it easier to get in from,
No, the only way is coming in from this side.
From the
coming
rail
in
trail.
from behind the condos. Not even.
so you're coming from Miles?
You're coming in from miles, right from the rail trail. Park right in the rail trail parking lot.
yeah.
Yeah, there is no way of coming in from the other side. It's just brutal.
Have you been over there lately? Duck hunting or anything?
Last fall, I was there a couple days ago. We did a perk test.
So nothing's really changed.
Nothing's changed.
Okay.
I am not free either of the next 2 Saturdays.
I'm not this Saturday. But next Saturday.
When do you want to do it?
So it's either gonna be Saturday the 27th, and you'll do without me, or you can, or, I don't know what we feel about a Sunday walk.
We do it during the week, sometime in the evening even. Probably about, to walk from there to there is probably a half hour back in and out,
Oh, that's easy.
tops.
Unless you got an electric bike.
That's for the other trails.
Maybe a little bit of rough ride.
Tamika, 17 Richards, you sending that back to Art?
Yeah, it wasn't Art that sent it to me. It was
Yeah.
a different attorney. But yes, yep, I'm gonna get it to them for tomorrow for the closing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you're talking the 27th, Peter?
Yeah, if you guys wanna do the 27th, that's fine.
Oh, I thought you said the 27th.
No, I said I can't make it. She can make it the 27th, she thinks.
Don't forget,
Okay.
we have 3 weeks till the next meeting, so we don't meet again until September 6th.
Well,
Oh.
that's true.
Oh, but it's Labor Day weekend.
It's Labor Day, it's the Saturday of Labor Day weekend. I'm not going anywhere, I don't know.
I'm not gonna be around,
Okay.
so
Is
we
it,
could do it
is,
sometime.
is it flagged pretty good?
Oh, yeah, it's, see the next flag from the one you leave, and there's a stone wall. This is a stone wall. This whole way. Stone wall, all the way past.
So you could just
So the
follow
best
them.
way to walk is to come over here and get onto the stone wall and just walk along that wall. Cause it's wet right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some pockets of open, then it's wet again. Just follow that stone wall. And then once you get to this, you'll see this, and then it opens up. So it's, I wouldn't mind being there just in case anyone's got any questions, but the next
Right.
couple weekends I'm not available.
So this week, this entire week I'm booked, so there's no way I can do it this week. Monday and Tuesday next week I'm booked, but that I think is it. So I could be next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday? Yep, Friday, that's not a problem.
I can do Wednesday, Friday.
Let's try next, how does Wednesday the, what do I have, 20?
4th.
It's not on the calendar, I know what's coming up, what I think is coming at me on the 24th that I probably can't skip. So now we're up to the 26th. Actually, could I do it this Friday? I could do it this Friday night, sure. For afternoon. I'll just bail out of work when I don't want to feel like it, which is so unusual.
I'm home by 1.
Can you
Talking
do
about
Friday?
26th?
No, he's talking about this Friday.
Oh, this
Now we're at the
Friday.
19th, yeah.
19th.
Can you do
Oh.
Friday?
I can do Friday.
3
Geez,
o'clock?
you guys can walk it from your house.
Huh?
You can just walk from your house.
No, take
On
my
an
electric bike. 3
What do you say, 3?
3 p.m.?
8 p.m.
Okay.
Friday? Perfect.
Just meet at the rail trail
Right
park.
at the rail trail, yep.
Rail trail parking.
On Miles, right?
Yep.
Yep.
With alerts and everything. Awesome. No, the site walk is not at 10 a.m.
You could show up then. None of us will just be there.
Yeah, just hang out, well,
Yeah.
Just wait.
till we're
5,
there.
yeah, 5 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's
I'm sure
nothing.
cell service is great there.
Get some passive recreation.
There you go, there you go, there you go.
Friday. Alrighty. Got it. I said, away. That's the one we just looked at. That's the one we just looked at, but it won't go away. Alrighty. We have 3 NOIs submitted. This one should be lot 1. Yes, it is on Main Street. Hold on, let me give everybody a locus, which is up here. So it's southerly side of Main Street. Are these the lots we looked at
Yes, they are.
there?
The
Okay, you
one
just
with the
figured out the
state
whole.
took that
The ones
piece in the
that
front?
DCR
Yeah, well,
bamboozled that little.
I was gonna say,
that piece right there.
this is lot
Commonwealth,
1
Mass.
that has all this.
Yes, that is.
And
Commonwealth.
this is lot. What the hell happened? Let me guess. I closed it.
How'd you get access to them?
No, they're
You'll
actually
see.
beyond. It's going to be a
You'll
common
see.
driveway. I seem to have lost lot 1. I'll get it back in a second.
Magic.
This driveway is a common driveway to Lot 2, which is right here, which we also have the submission for, and it ends up beyond
The DCR, beyond
DCR
that little
property,
curve.
beyond the strip. I'll bring it up in a second. We can.
Is that like stretching a fish?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I have a commissioner that says, yeah, it's like ripping a baby in half. I'm like, oh god.
The
What?
only thing that
Splitting
did
the
happen
baby.
is
It's
there
splitting the baby.
were 4 lots, and
Yeah.
now there's 2. So they did get them, but
Right.
it is what it is. And instead of going to town water and town sewer, it's gonna be septics and wells, because it's not worth
No,
bringing
Not
it
worth
to-
that fight.
not worth pumping.
Not worth it, just no.
Uh,
How'd those perk?
So you see it 100 perfectly.
yeah. We see
You
the
got
100
that
foot right here.
buffer. We're not even, on that one, not even in the 100-foot buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny bit right there.
There's the tiny bit I'm just wondering about other
Oh,
grading.
is the road on the bottom of this map?
Yes, this is Main Street right here.
Right there.
Sorry, hold on. No, that's not Main
No.
No,
Street.
there's Main Street.
That's
Yeah.
Main Street.
There's a piece of land owned by the Commonwealth in between.
Yeah, DCR owns this little strip of land.
Yeah.
So
Which
who
used to
owns
be
this?
highway
Is,
land.
is this
That's
still?
That's the road,
That's
that's the
town.
actual,
That's the roadway. Okay.
yeah,
The full right of way.
that's the, you're right, the shoulder of the right of way.
Now, where's the actual wetlands line there?
Way up on top of the page. Way up back there,
Way up. That's what all this
up in there,
stuff is.
And the second house is where?
to the left of that. On the next page.
Yeah, I'll
So how
bring
much
that.
space is between? Oh, okay, so that's a 100-foot buffer
There's a
line.
100
Yep.
buffer. and
Right.
We're just touching a little grading in this corner on that one. Very little. I probably could ask for a determination on this one, but I said no.
Not this time.
Not on this one. Let's just, everyone see what's going on.
So hold on. Let me also.
We don't have a DEP number yet,
Yeah, well, we're not in the hearing, so
no.
this is
Okay.
the edge of that DCR land.
Yep.
It comes to a point. The driveway leads off to Lot 1 that we just looked at. Comes down to Lot 2, joins Main Street
Yep.
there. Oh, that's right. You need a state permit, don't you?
We'll need a
enter
state
the
highway permit.
Enter
yeah.
the highway. Yeah.
Yeah, that won't be a problem. Yep. So if you go there, slide that up
Slide back down again.
and see to your left, see the guardrail turning?
Yep.
Little way, right there.
Yep.
There's a driveway right there already. That was there for years and years and years
Mhm.
to get onto this property, but you see that 200-foot line?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just staying out of it.
Classy.
Not giving them anything.
Yep.
So,
Peter, Millbrook said he's
Huh.
on the meeting.
Oh, my mistake. I'll let him in as soon as I can. Where did that go? Thank you.
I'm just curious, where it's outside of the wetland buffer, what's the, like, why is there a meeting about it?
this
Well,
one's
this one is not
This one's
outside
in.
the 100.
This one's in the 100.
So if I go back to the first one,
There's a small corner.
this
Right.
little piece there is some earth movement just a little within the 100, but it's there.
Okay,
So that's why that's here.
okay. But
This
that's, like, within the 100 feet is, like, the land that you guys are concerned about?
correct. That is our
Yeah.
jurisdiction.
Okay.
That's what triggers us.
And then if I got this, nope, I gotta find
Where
it.
did you just go?
I don't know.
The
Okay.
second one
Yeah.
is the septic design
Yeah.
plan.
Not that it matters, but.
We live across the swamp.
Okay. All right, that's what I figured.
Right. So in
But I
this
just-
one, the wetlands are over here.
So
the
the
100 foot is
notification you
here.
got was probably like, what? They
Dredging
dredge?
and
All gonna
filling and
change,
all
you
that.
sure?
Yeah, I mean, I just
And-
didn't realize the strip of land over there was so big.
It's,
Yeah, it's
we walked this, I don't know, what, 10 years ago?
Probably
Less than that.
60, less than that.
I just walked it like last year. I was just
Yeah.
kind of
But you never realized.
scoping out the
how-
area there. I didn't
It's deeper-
realize
it's
the
deeper than
distance
it
between
looks.
the water and the road was so long.
Yeah.
Well, that's how
There
we
were,
found out
there
about
were
that
4
little
houses
strip.
proposed with water and sewer that were all We actually got orders and conditions and everything on them.
Mhm.
Right.
So you guys got duped out of the sewer and water because the strip of
Then
Because
they
we
see
got duped out of the everything.
Right.
That, no one had any idea that
Right.
that happened. It was so
Oh, it was
hidden.
all done when the road was,
No, it was done in 2012.
Yeah.
The
oh,
DCR
they actually,
took.
oh, they took it.
No, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts took the right of way. That used to be where the road was.
Yeah,
Then they straightened out the roads.
yeah, that's
So
what I'm
this
saying.
was
When
a
they-
real wide right of way. They went to the DCR and asked, do you want this piece of land? We don't need, no, the DCR asked the Mass Highway, we'll take all pieces that you don't need. So they have this little triangular piece
Well, it's all by
mainly
design.
to stop Mr. Blair.
Yeah.
But
They're just doing their job, Julie.
it was crazy. I never seen anything like it. And it was hidden in the registry
Yeah, because remember it came up after.
because it's
that.
Commonwealth of Mass, Commonwealth of Mass, Commonwealth of Mass. So it's like it's all under Commonwealth of Mass. But then they came out of the woodwork after we got the order of conditions. Wait a minute, we own that. You can't do that.
Yep.
So we asked, can we put a driveway across? There was not even a response to his
Oh,
letter.
was that?
So he says, well, we got to come up with Plan B. Well, here's Plan B.
So, this one is under jurisdiction because the wetlands are right here. This is the 100-foot line. So, effectively, this whole driveway and part of this one fall into the 100-foot. So that's why we're here.
okay.
But the hearing's next time.
Right,
Yeah.
so the hearing would be September 6th, and just a friendly reminder that that's also a select board meeting night because of the holiday.
Well, I'll do what I did before. I'll kick him out.
Yep.
I'll kick him out. And Skip gets a choice of meetings to go to. Lucky Skip.
I'm lucky.
Oh, me too.
I'll be here.
That's right, you too.
We'll do rock, paper, scissors.
I think the question the most important question might be, which meeting is Lou going to go to?
That would be a good one. That was entertaining. That was entertaining.
Yeah, smile.
was all right.
You gotta smile.
Anywho,
Ooh-wee, that was a
all right.
good one.
So, other questions before we ship this off to be scheduled?
Are you guys gonna do a site walk for this one?
We could do this on our own, maybe?
Yeah, I did this
Is that
when it
reflagged?
was 4
Is that-
lots.
Is that reflagged?
That was, yep, they were all.
No, is it
they were all
reflagged
refreshed.
since?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're off.
I'm just
yeah.
asking.
Yep.
Don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
huffy.
Don't get
No,
huffy.
no,
Jesus.
that's fine.
Don't start acting like Melissa.
They were there. They were there.
So, do I
They
remember
were
right,
there
Julian?
like a month and a half ago.
Okay.
Julian, when this was 4, wasn't one of these houses right up against the
Yes.
wetland? Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I thought I
One of them
remembered
was real
about
close.
There was one that was stuffed. It was.
this. Yeah.
It was real close.
Made a shoehorn look good.
So.
All right.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Scheduled for September 6th. Let me get rid of this.
Don't click too many times. You'll close out of everything.
I probably have already. We'll see. Oh yeah, for Calario, Glenwood Road, Lot 6. One more submission. Thanks.
As Mark L. Vagamon for
Oh, hey, Mark.
Ralph Clario.
How far is this driveway? How long is this driveway? I know that's not a jurisdictional question. Don't mind me. I'm just asking.
I don't have that off the top of my head. It's a few hundred feet above.
Okay.
Well, you got this lot, 295.
Oh, there you go. That's a probably a pretty good number right there. So it's 320, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so here's our 100 that happily misses the leach field, cuts through the house. Is this another one over on this side, Mark, or is that something else?
Yeah, no, that's another piece of 100-foot buffer. It does
Okay.
kind of wrap around the building envelope.
Okay. So there we go. There's the well, there's septic. All right, questions?
Do we want to look at this one?
This is one we should look at, absolutely. Want to tack this
When you
on?
do go to look at this one, the access is right between 103 and 105 Glenwood.
Yeah, where you had the excavator parked there for a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know where this is.
you know what it is.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Okay. Yeah, we could just do that.
Right, because in fact, the locus,
Yeah, it's that big parcel. Okay. I'm situated.
Yeah, it's currently in the process of being divided, but it's not yet divided.
okay.
So that's why it's filed as the whole parcel, because the list of abutters reflects the entire parcel because it's not divided yet.
Right.
How many lots is it going to be divided into?
I don't think you're.
Mark, did you hear that? How many lots is this being divided into?
Or maybe he's gone?
You're still showing up, but now, poof. Well, we can ask that next time.
I hear you now.
Okay,
Sorry,
there you
I lost
go.
you for a second.
So we were asking, how many lots is this going to be divided into, do we think?
Currently just one. This lot 6.
No, but when it's divided.
I don't know that the owner has a good development plan yet
Fair
beyond
enough.
this lot. This will be an estate lot, a 5-acre estate lot.
Okay. Alrighty. Oh yeah, site walk. Should we do this that same Friday?
Sure.
Oh, my daughter's giving me crap too. Good for her.
Good for her.
Mark, do we need anybody to accompany us to go down there?
Nope, but I can join you if you wish, or if you have any questions, you can call my cell phone. I'm right up the road and can meet you there.
No, I'm thinking that like during the week or something.
Yeah, if we do a Friday night after
After the other one?
the one off the rail trail,
Yeah, okay.
that puts us there. I mean, if Julian's right, it's only a half hour. Then we
Right.
should be there between 3:30 and 4.
That's fine.
That should be
Yeah.
plenty of time.
Which Friday is that, Peter?
The
This
19th.
This Friday.
That's this coming Friday.
Okay, I'll be out of town, but
No worries.
you're welcome to do it then without me.
Thank you.
Excellent.
The back of those lots are flagged and staked, so it is pretty easy to see.
Oh, great.
The walking down the driveway, the back right corner of 105
Yep.
is right by a pink flag right by a stack of cordwood.
Oh, okay.
Can we drive down that driveway?
Yeah, you can actually get pretty much to the house location. Maybe not in a car, but certainly a truck.
Okay. The only reason I ask is because there isn't a lot of parking on the street there.
Yeah, there's no way to turn around, but if you want, you can drive right in.
Okay.
Well, I'll hop in the back of Joe's truck.
Ooh, if you do that,
Well.
take a picture.
Well, that-
We are very close to the rail trail parking lot also,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
true.
true. You could just park there.
assuming that it's not as full as it has been today every time I've driven past it.
It was a really nice day today.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope for a crappy day, so the people aren't walking the rail trail. We can park there and.
So you guys can get pet though?
Huh?
Because you love doing.
Oh,
You know,
I love
segments with
getting
the
rained
rain, so-
on. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, that's it. We're all set. We'll visit and we'll hold the hearing in 3 weeks.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. All righty. It's time for an RDA for 7 Central Tree Road, which we have spoken about a couple times already. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have a map on this one, so let me pull up that one.
That's for the addition, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's for him. It's for the guy in the back.
Why aren't you painting? Okay, this one's probably close enough. because the addition's going over here. We know that it's based on DEP's mapping, as inaccurate as that is, that the addition is 80 feet from the wetland, more or less.
It's pretty flat out there, isn't it?
Yeah, we talked about that before. This is pretty flat. Questions, comments? Is there anybody here to speak for this? I should have asked that question.
I wasn't lying.
Hey, Scott.
Clean off the glasses.
Blind as well. Deaf and blind. It's a heck of a combination for a chair.
I'm in the
Pretty
back.
usual, actually. Are there any questions? I mean, we talked about it last time. I don't know if there's anything you want to add to what we've already said?
No, it's like they already determined it's pretty flat there, and
Yeah.
it's been a long process for Jackie, so we're just trying to
Yeah, there was no.
cross our T's and dot our I's.
Yeah, I would agree. There's no heartburn. We agreed last time it's an RDA. It's appropriate. So, okay. Can I have a motion?
I move to issue a negative determination for that the work is not, or the work is in the buffer zone but will not alter resource area.
That would be our
Okay,
reason
number
3.
Okay, -3.
Second.
You stared off at each other. Oh my god! Like a look of utter distaste at each other. Wow.
He's gonna make sure that song keeps going.
Can I go home?
So we've had at least 1 second. So roll call.
Well, I.
Linger eye.
Clock eye.
Dan's eye.
Great eye. Yes, you should be concerned. I've done nothing but sequential everything except
I am
once
just gonna
each
send
meeting.
the paperwork to
Lately.
Jackie in the mail.
Okay.
She can keep it for her records, but she doesn't have to do anything with it.
Okay.
So tell her not to stress. She can check the box, because I know she's
She'll be glad
been
to hear that.
stressed.
So father-in-law's on the road show today.
Oh, and then Peter, you go into the plane, just sign off on that.
Yes.
No, no,
Then you guys should be good to go.
All right, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
take care, Scott.
I heard something on the rail trail.
That's a
heavy.
big moose today.
Yeah.
A moose?
On the rail trail, my father-in-law just sent me.
Oh.
My ex-father-in-law.
Some of those.
Well,
This is in Rutland?
yeah,
Yeah. Well, I've been hearing some heavy,
big boy.
big hoofs.
What part of the rail trail? What area?
That's what I'm trying. I have to ask him because I'm looking at what's here. I'm like, what is that? That almost looks up by us.
Yeah.
It's up by us. It's up, I think it's over by the water tower.
That's pretty neat.
Still never seen one.
So now I must have closed one, of course, because there are 4 RDAs before us tonight.
Looks like you closed 7S-8.
Yeah, I'll get to that. I can open that up.
Is there a second page?
No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, that's the last one. So, right, because that's the.
That's the location of it overall.
Right, and they're all up here, right?
They're all, yeah, straddling that area.
Okay. Now, on our walk, when Jared and I were there, we didn't really go up here at all.
Okay.
Let me pull up, not that thing that we've already seen, but this thing.
That flows that way.
It flows this way?
That flows that way.
Oh, neat.
There's a high point, like right where this cursor was.
Oh, right over here?
And then this goes to that culvert pipe that the town put in.
Right, yes.
Catches that little tiny pocket.
Oh,
That's-
so it's isolated because it's on the far side of the peak from the...
Right.
Well, should we do? Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So, Mia McDonald from Central Regen reached out to me today because she was wondering what the RDA had been that you guys approved, I think, 2 meetings ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, because she was confused if it was confirming the wetland boundaries or if it was just approving the work. So I know at the last meeting, you guys talked about whether it was a note or a discussion or, you know, whatever on the determination, because she was concerned about calculations of the isolated and just making sure that it didn't meet the qualifications of isolated land subject to flooding.
Okay.
So she was looking for that, and she wants the commission, you know, to review our determination of if we only did, if the work was approved, which if you didn't look at all the wetlands on the site walk, then probably shouldn't say that we approved that the boundaries are accurate, because all of them should be done. And she also highly suggested to the commission that because this is a 20 lot, this should really be done through an ANRAD or an NOI to notify butters. And so, because also, if there's 4 lots that are under the commission's jurisdiction, then all of the 20 lots need to meet the stormwater standards. That was the other thing she brought up.
So can you say that again?
So, under the stormwater standards, if there's
Yeah.
4 or more lots that are jurisdictional to the Conservation Commission, regardless of its subdivision or A&R type deal, common development, even if the lots were sold off individually, it still counts as a common development. So if 4 lots are jurisdictional to the commission, then they need to meet the stormwater standards. And then I just saw that she sent us later, that the wetlands on the parcel are labeled as within the DCR water supply protection area. So just a heads up on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Way over in the,
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the back corner there. Well,
Does she have a thing about where that comes in before lots?
It's literally a stormwater handbook.
right,
I like.
but it's 4,
Yeah. So if
it's
there's
more than 4.
no 4 or more. It's 4 or more.
I
can
read
pull it
that.
up right now. I
I would
guarantee
like
you.
to. I would like to. So then, then I'm falling back on, I knew this was going to happen. I said it, we discussed it, and now here we are. And that's where I don't believe why we're doing it NRAD is we did the right side. We walked that completely around.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
So let's walk on those, and those aren't in your jurisdiction. So therefore, what Mia is saying is incorrect.
Well, she still wants you to verify that it doesn't meet the qualifications of isolated land subject to
Okay.
flooding.
Well, that's we walked. There's no standing water. There's no quarter-acre foot because it couldn't because it's on that slope. So it,
Yeah, the whole right side of that road.
that whole right side of the road was determined
And
by
that's,
you guys.
and that's before the
it
drop.
was accurate.
That's before our stage 3 no water friggin'
Right.
dead.
So the last meeting we had 2 weeks ago, that was our whole discussion that we agree with this, the way it was depicted. And everybody agreed. So now we're backpedaling.
The stormwater management standards shall apply to housing developments and redevelopment projects comprised of detached single-family dwellings on is this in an ORW?
That's not an RW
Okay.
because it doesn't connect.
So wait, where the hell did it
Take
go?
your time.
No pressure.
I know, right? Stormwaters, lots of annual applicability.
Are they 2 separate lots? Or is it 1 lot with a road between it?
Right now, it's all individual lots.
No. But before it was cut, was it 2 or 1?
It was 2. Before, it was 2
It was 2 parcels.
It was just like right there.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
That's what it looked
Like I
like.
said, this is very confusing.
Mm-hmm. So
So that little depressed area at the bottom of the hill as we
Yeah.
walked. You guys walked
Oh, yeah.
around both sides.
Yeah, we walked both sides.
And
That top side, you went, really?
Right, because it goes uphill, and that's where it starts.
Yeah, I admit, we certainly looked at it from the road, but we
Oh,
didn't, Jared and I didn't walk up it. so
We walked
gotta-
up it.
but did your vote, so, I mean, if you're doing the RDA, you know, and we're agreeing that they're isolated moving forward, I think that's fine. It's just, but as long as we're agreeing that in the new RDAs that they are isolated versus.
Mhm.
So I think you just need to demonstrate through the new RDAs, just give us the calculation or show that it doesn't meet that per
Okay.
acre.
Alright,
And then that should be fine at that point.
well,
What's the
that's on the upside that you guys all did. Well, I don't know where we're at. I mean, every
No,
time
start,
more and more and more and more and more stuff. So,
start again. You start.
There
Start
is,
with just-
however, one, Mia sent a specific note that I
because they want
wanted
their
to
notice of
read,
intents.
because we
It's
got
$250
some,
a piece for them, and a whole
Where'd you
drawing
go?
out, and I specifically went through this to avoid that, so, but that's,
commission may issue both positive and negative determinations in one DOA.
Yeah.
It's gotta be what you wanted. So what you wanted was in fact exactly correct. I was uncertain because the language above it didn't make it sound that way, and I didn't wanna.
so,
So in the future, we know that a single,
well, then why don't we start at that point now where we are all on the same page, and we go forward with these four? Because we're all in, as you said,
yeah, I mean,
I'll pat myself on the back, I was
from what I can tell, again,
Here's defense, it does say it is confusing.
It is very confusing. And I've been through this, not just in this town, but in a lot of towns, and it's
Yeah.
like, whew, negative means good?
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Or maybe it's
So in the future, we know the right way.
that's good. And now we know now too. So I feel that these four are what we were all discussing and talking about. Now, why I did it is while it was fresh on all our minds.
Mm-hmm.
It's only been 2 weeks.
All right.
I put all my focus on getting these designs done and approved by the Board of Health. and here
Julian,
we
that's
are.
still the before time to me.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm hoping to go
Okay.
forward on these with the request.
So, if there's no ORW, then it can be 4 or fewer are exempt. But if there is an ORW, then 4 or more, you need to meet.
There
to the
is no
maximum
RW.
step possible.
No.
Okay, so it's only if you have one more lot in the future to hit the 5,
Yeah,
then you need to meet the stormwater standards.
if we're within your jurisdiction.
Right.
Right,
But that
So-
whole right side's not.
no,
But what
This is-
but don't you need one for the entire project anyway, even if it's not under contract?
No.
It's not a
not-
subdivision, right? It's A&R
not
lots.
others, A and R.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why. If we had a stormwater bylaw, that would be different.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so that's that whole
We're
thing
under
we
where
were
we need
trying to
to be.
figure out earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No,
Yeah.
well, kind of came whatever because it was like, okay, whoa, where's the definition? There's a boundaries.
The bottom
I
line
would say
was.
take the
what-
note
is
off.
Bottom line
Is
is
it
these
4
four,
or more? Or
and we
more
will
than
just
4?
act on.
depends on whether it's an
confirmation
ORW or not.
moving
Yeah.
forward.
So we're here now,
Does
so.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
Check off
we're
that
just,
box.
like, not to say we're forgetting the past determination, but yes, that approved the work for the culvert,
Mhm.
right? And so,
And
But I
Now-
actually, that was for that culvert, but the actual initial
Yeah, was the boundaries.
to ask about all
Yeah.
of this. So
I get that.
here we
But
are.
because,
Yeah, we muddled it.
right, so because our official vote was only on the work, we will now look at the boundaries and vote on them for the RDAs that are in
Okay.
front of us, right? So, no, just not saying we're like forgetting about that
Well, I
old
thought
one,
that's what
but-
you wanted in the first place, was 2 RDAs.
I did.
One for the work.
Check this and check this. So we agree with this, and we're gonna be possibly doing some work here under the same thing
And
when
doing
we
it
hit
on the
this.
one caused all confusion.
But it confused, so I won't do that again, but I can do it again. So here we are now on these four, so I'd like to go forward with these as everything was already discussed and agreed on.
Yeah. If, maybe, can you send Julian Mia's comments, and then maybe if you could just do that calculation and send it back to us, we can hurry it along, and hopefully that puts it to bed.
Well, I could. One of the biggest part of that calculation is a 1/4 acre foot of water.
Mm-hmm.
These can't hold that much.
So then that's pretty
So
acceptable.
I can write that right on here, because it's, and we can go forward instead of postponing it again. I just wanna if that works for you guys. You saw it,
Yeah.
it's a slope. It starts here and it just ends,
Yeah, there ain't nothing staying there.
and nothing's there. And it's probably because it's ledgy. It's very ledgy in that area, so that's what's holding the moisture. So, I could add it to all these, and we go forward, because I mean, poor guy. He's 82 years old, and every time I come back, there's another obstacle, another obstacle.
You're Mr. Bad News,
It's
huh?
another obstacle. Oh, another 2 weeks.
Usually that's my job.
Yeah, and I wasn't at the last two meetings, so
Right.
I was like, what do you mean?
Did
What
you
are
walk?
talking
Did you
about?"
walk that?
No, see, that's the
Oh.
other thing. I told her, I was like, I haven't been
It's
out
one, it's
there.
one of those you look at and go, you know, any
Yeah.
moisture that's there, the second you cut anything, it's going to disappear. Because it sits on ledge. It's
Because
I mean, it's one of those you go,
This one side is a maple syrup
right.
factory. Yeah, I mean, that's all that was there. So if that's what I need to write, you can put in the minutes that
Yeah.
we all saw it. There's no way we can have a 1/4 acre foot
No.
in those.
No.
Just can't possibly happen.
Okay.
So
Just like my
Well,
house. Just like my house is
unless Nikola Tesla did something with the gravitational waves there, right?
right, and I'll go up and start building an ark.
Yeah.
Time what the standard is for the isolated, it's a 1/4.
1/4 acre foot.
5,000 square feet, 1/4 acre foot deep, and it's not there.
No.
It's not deep, it's volume, right?
Volume.
Well, yeah.
Volume.
Yeah, like,
You could
so,
easily think of it as deep, but
But if you specify 1/4 acre foot, right, you're going.
that's a specific
you're
volume
also-
irrespective of the shape.
Because it's a volume, you also, depth is also component
And
of
it
that
can't-
calculation.
yeah.
Can't hold it.
It's math.
Sorry.
Because it's not.
So how confusing is that?
area.
You know,
Is
positive,
that what we're
negative
saying?
determination.
Too shallow.
It's always been that. Every time
The
we're
size
in a
is not
negative,
large
which is
enough.
actually
Well,
white.
honestly, the NRAD is a clearer
Yeah,
process, but it's a lot more involved on
Mhm.
the landowners. And in this case, I didn't think it was small enough of an area that, why should you spend another $5,000?
So these will be, so the only RDAs you will have are
Are these-
around the isolated.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Yep.
RDAs are like x-rays. You want negative determination.
It's such a backwards vote. Negatively approve this, please.
All right, so let's go to, in the first one was this 3 and 7.
Yeah. And you can see the bowl right there.
Right, there's our isolated wetland. And is this erosion control? Is that
That's erosion control.
Yeah.
What are you using?
What's
Put it
that?
on there. What are you using?
We'll
It's right here.
use
Okay.
both
Fence
what you want.
Okay.
Yep. And if they have the chips, if they have it cleared in the time,
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back and ask if we can put the silt fence with the chips.
Just send an email to Tamika.
But most likely they will, because that power plant isn't taking them anymore, I guess, which makes no sense.
Hmm.
But, so, that's what we got. And they do work out pretty well with the silt fence
Mm-hmm.
and a nice,
I do.
I'm just looking at this locus along with.
yep,
So, if I understand it, please correct me if I'm wrong here, that these lots are basically long and thin the entire length,
Yep.
right? I mean,
yep,
yeah, curvature, yeah,
Yeah.
but
So they're closer to the road, so you won't even get in the buffer, right?
Yep.
At least on that side.
yeah, the only question will end up being
Is
towards
that
the
one,
end to
if
get
we-
to that one.
if we go to that one.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, this is not what we're,
And
And she did specify that even if it goes down the line, and even if it's a different owner, DEP would still
require that
Yeah.
stormwater. That's fine,
Okay.
cross that.
I'm just the
We'll go through that
messenger.
culvert when we get there.
so we have a lot more lots up here, which basically go around here, and then there's this big honking
That's
thing
a
here. and,
estate lot, 2 estate lots,
oh, it's 2 estate lots. Okay. Where's their frontage coming from?
off of
Off Ridge?
Ridge.
Okay. And again, if you're more than 100 feet away for the
Then
entire
we're-
work area, it's
right.
not jurisdictional and,
Right,
okay,
yeah.
got
Why
it.
is this one shaded, Julian?
That's
That's
the
the
one we're
one
talking
we're on.
about. That's this lot for
That's
this
so they can
plan.
see you know where we're at on the road.
Oh, okay.
So,
Now it makes sense.
Kinda make it-
Looking at it and saying,
So in the next one, you'll see
There
it
was
shaded
some
in a
other
different
lot.
spot.
okay.
Okay, other questions about this RDA?
No.
Then, how about we have a motion? Anybody care to guess what the right motion is this time?
All right, I will make the motion to issue a negative determination.
For what
What
reason?
What else do you
number,
want me to
Joe?
add?
Joe,
We-
what number?
We need the reason, Joe.
Give me the number.
So that would
Are we saying
That
it's,
would be at 3, wouldn't it?
well,
The
3 would
word.
mean it is jurisdictional,
Well, there might be some jurisdictional stuff there.
not if that's an
No,
isolated
not on that
wetland.
one.
There's no jurisdiction then. If it's isolated, there's no jurisdiction.
I'll look it up. Hold on.
Oh, all right, then that would be a 2, wouldn't it? Or 1.
That's why we needed to know before we
Or
started the
maybe it's a
motion,
4.
right?
Yeah.
It could be a 4 too.
It is 1. The area described in the request is not an area subject to protection under the Act. And 4. The work described in the request is not within the area subject to protection under the Act.
Perfect.
So 1 each.
It's 1 and 4. So let's also check off.
Or just, I mean, do you want the area or do you
Let's
just
do
want
them
the
both.
work?
Let's do them both. That way it's no
Check 'em out.
question.
Check them out. 1 and 4.
1 and 4.
And what, I would like to have that amended
almost
so
getting
that
to
we
the point, why
also
did I
do
even come
the
here?
positive determination that we agree with the
You check off all
delineation.
4, you're free to go.
Overachiever.
Was it 2A?
Overachieve.
It says-
Yeah, 2A.
Alright, so we're doing a -1 and 4 and a positive 2.
2A. So we agree with the determination, with the
Alright.
boundaries.
Sounds like a
Alright.
Moody Blocks test.
That's beautiful.
Hey, even I learned something new today. They
Hey.
can do both the positive and
It
negative.
sounds like lab
Positive
results
and
a little
negative.
bit.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Sounds like
All right,
that.
we have a motion, I think,
Second,
Yes.
among 4 of us. There's a second. Roll call.
Falco, aye.
Thank God I.
clock eye.
Dan's eye.
Crane eye.
That was
That's 1. Only 3 to go.
Can we just say I repeat?
Well, the same would hold true.
Other
for
side.
all.
It's, yeah, there's the other side, so we can just ditto these as far as I'm concerned.
Want to vote on dittoing all 4? What do I do?
We should take 4 votes so
Okay.
that you can keep the minutes correctly.
Yes.
Lame.
Skip likes doing them as a slate. He does them as a slate.
I like
Skip
calling
likes
it.
efficiency. I respect that completely.
Okay, I'll ditto it.
Yeah. Do we have a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Falco, aye.
Langer and I.
Clock eye.
Dan's eye.
Crane eye.
Next.
2.
Next.
Next for 7, is it 7S or 7?
7, 8,
7A10, of course it is. Which is sort of up and
I'll
around
make a
it.
motion
Right.
to ditto it.
Is this where it goes under? Does it go under the driveway at all here?
It doesn't go in the driveway,
Okay, just in
but I
case.
put a culvert there
Just in case.
just in
Okay.
case we don't have to come and have a washout.
Under your stone.
Thinking ahead.
Second,
Roll call.
Falco, aye.
Langer and I.
clock eye.
Dan's eye.
Crane eye.
Your turn.
Last and
Ditto.
I already did one. It's
perhaps
not fault.
least.
I already did.
So you didn't do one.
Yeah, I did. She did that one.
What?
So,
Melissa needs to do one next.
come on, ditto girl.
That's
I,
on the other
I
side.
don't know if I
Yeah.
want to.
The other
Ditto.
side, yep.
I don't want to second ditto either.
All right. All right. I'll make the
Wait, is
motion
this
for
on the
ditto.
south side of the road?
That's on the same, opposite of the one you just did. That wetlands is on the other side.
Keep up.
Do you want me to motion?
Hold on.
The other one was right where the hay bales are, on the other side of that.
Yeah, the other ones are over here.
And 2 on there, then the third one
Yeah.
was where North Arrow is, and this is
Yeah.
on the other side.
So the one we just voted is to
Right.
the left of this house.
Well,
This
okay.
was on the right.
But if you're looking at it, it's on the right.
Yeah.
Positive, negative,
Yeah.
27, 32 hike.
Hike.
I'm closing all the maps. Screw it. Here we go.
All right, motions before the
Oh,
board.
wait, no, she didn't do anything yet.
No,
I
he did.
Oh.
Joe did.
I'll second.
Somebody, you go.
Dan's eye.
Clock eye.
Langer and I.
Falco, aye.
Crane eye. There, that's 4.
Thank you.
Are we
And
done
I'm
with
glad
that?
I
Yeah.
did it, because there was a lot of, if this was 6 months from now, we would have all been,
Yep.
what?
It's confusing
No,
enough
and
too.
Tamika, I'll respond to Mia tomorrow and summarize what we said tonight, and hopefully that puts it Okay.
Okay. And Julian, I'll just email those to you, is
Thank
that
you.
all right?
Thank you very much.
No problem.
I keep closing things.
Geez, I wonder if we can knock that number 3 off at the same time as.
That one,
Friday.
the person
Yes.
no longer
What's
needs our
right?
help.
What? That's right. 3's gone.
Three's gone,
Bye-bye.
one's gone. One's gone as well.
One's gone because she can't be here. She'll be here at a future meeting. We'll reschedule. That one, I'll just tell everybody now, my intent is that this is related to the cell tower.
Tower, yeah.
This person is downhill, quote unquote, is concerned about the water flow that she's getting. I just wanted to have a general education session. I figured we'd educate her and the public about
Yeah, but,
surface water.
but it's getting in my cellar and I have to use a sump pump to get it out.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
The commission does not have jurisdiction over groundwater.
And not only do I have jurisdiction, we want to keep the groundwater flowing. That's what we want. That's what part of our goal. Yes. So we'll handle that next time. Email from DEP culvert replacement. I don't think I've seen this email. Where are you? It's right here.
That's Carolyn's email. There was another email on the drive that came from me at the DEP
Says-
regarding the emergency
It
certification.
says DEP email rail trail.
I can see the confusion.
It involves me. Confusion is constant. Should be connecting to the NOI. Oh boy.
With engineering data to support that. Did anybody snap a picture of the collapsed one, by any chance?
Jared may have.
It
Which one
does-
collapsed?
It's right down by.
To the east of Charnock Hill.
Yeah, coming back.
Just after or before the big cut? The big railroad cut?
Yeah. Before the cut.
Before the cut, just past the
If you're
pond.
coming in from
Mhm.
up here.
Hmm.
There's actually, it was real close to those ones that we had those discussions.
Oh, where the river actually goes through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
middle?
over there.
That big one
We
didn't
call those
collapse, not the
discussions.
big one. Not the one that holds the whole river.
No,
No,
No.
that's pretty.
Yeah, it's right here.
So it's probably the smooth, yeah.
it just.
So it's right there, so that is the big one.
No, the big one is further.
The big one is over behind lot 52.
You know, it's kind of scary you know that off the top of your head.
It just goes to show how long
Maybe
is
it
this
was.
thing
You know
Quite a
what?
few
You know
days
what?
out
It
in
probably is this one. That's my mistake. It's right here.
Alright, so that's a,
Because it wasn't that far a drive from Charnock Hill.
so how big is that one? Like 12 inch?
It's
I think,
it's pretty small. They're putting in two
And the-
24s, I think.
See where the wetlands come under the little cul-de-sac road?
Mm.
That's a 18-foot bottomless box culvert.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
It's okay. That's how it
It
works.
doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. And there was actually no water flowing. There's no brook there.
Hey, if you work for the state, there's
Oh,
no more potential for flow through an 18-foot box culvert than there is a 12-inch pipe.
'Cause that's
Just ask.
And
ask.
underneath
Just
that,
ask the
under
damn
that
people.
culvert, the earth
circle?
still has the
That first
stumps.
one?
They did construction,
Okay.
Yeah.
building this arch, and all the stumps are still underneath that. That doesn't make any sense to me. This is what you guys want. Okay. But
The
it
only
goes,
one I
it goes
saw-
through a 12-inch culvert pipe.
The only one I saw that really worked out was the one up Moose Hill.
Moose Crossing.
That was the one.
That was many years of sleepless nights. But it worked. Interesting.
So did you guys have an RDA last time?
Yeah.
We'd
2
had
times
previously.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, we had done we issued the RDA, and
Okay.
then prior to that was the emergency certification, which I did let Mia know because I sent copies of those to the DEP as well.
Yep.
So, having had conversations with Colleen, she said that if it came up to doing an NOI, she's just not going to do anything because they can't afford it.
But didn't they already do it?
Well, no, they can't afford the NOI process.
But isn't it too late? Didn't they already?
I think it's already been done, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it was scheduled to be done. I don't know that I haven't been up there to look.
So her best bet would be to talk to John Scannell and get that squared away.
I think he's there anymore.
Yeah, he's not. It's Kelly.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do? Are we just gonna ask her to,
Well, we can't do anything because DEP is saying that they need an NOI. If we don't have an NOI, there's no action for us to take.
Well, I think the point is we already took the action and they want more.
yeah, they want something different than what we decided we wanted.
Yeah, because it even
But
says
she's
that.
already done work. So,
Well, the work was an emergency thing
Right.
anyway, so. That's why I said, that needs to move up the ladder between DCR and DEP, and we stay out of it.
It's not DCR, it's Wachusett Greenways.
What?
It's not DCR, well, it's Wachusett Greenways that was the applicant that did the work.
yeah, we gave them permission to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So Mia's, I think, coming from in the emergency certification, the box that we check states that an NOI is required to be submitted within 30 days of the issuance.
Right. So that's really that's not up to us, that's up to,
It was our approval. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that we understand what the problem was. So if we agree that we are not asking for more, because she's just saying that they suggest and they recommend, not that they're necessarily
Mhm.
requiring them. So it's still up to us, to decide what we want to further require. So if we're happy with just the RDA, then we're happy with just the RDA, and Tamika can respond to her with that.
yeah, 'cause that doesn't, DEP can still move forward and ask for an NOI anyway, so.
Yep.
Yeah, and
We
that's
can
on
appeal
them.
our decision. Yep.
So you're having her write the letter. Awesome.
Yeah, it's just saying
Yeah.
we're taking no action.
Just up.
Yeah,
Yeah. pretty
we
much.
don't care, I mean.
Oh.
Not that we don't care, It's better than what was there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it is. Water should actually flow now.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually gonna do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Before we do any of these last three, we should talk about that thing that I suddenly don't remember what it is.
I just need to know if that email I sent with the sample signs for the cell tower is acceptable to the commission,
Yes.
if they move forward
Fast
with
answer,
signs.
yes.
Okay.
You're the only one that responded to me, so you are
Yes.
good.
I know I'm good.
I know I'm good.
Oh yeah? What did he say?
Yeah. He said he was fine
I
with it.
said,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, I agree.
I responded to her very quickly.
They're very pretty.
Yes, you do, and I do take note of that.
And if they want to, in fact, maybe we should have them mix it up, half of one and half the other.
Oh, there was two, wasn't there?
Yeah, mix it up. It's not confusing enough. Let's mix it
I'll
up.
call Chris and be like, excuse me.
At your
We would like a-
discretion.
Need a bad
Writing
blender.
it be in Portuguese?
And a forest cutting plan that came in.
Forest cutting plan, that's right.
It's on the
So,
drive.
there is a drive, and I will.
We don't have any forest in Rutland.
According to this plan, we do.
Okay.
According to this clip. Good answer.
13 Watson. Really?
No, Glenwood. That's just a landowner, 13 Watson.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out a piece of land on 13 Watson is big enough to cut.
No,
that's
that's their
yours.
mailing address.
Oh.
It's on Glenwood.
Sorry,
10
bring that.
acres.
See, the location is on
Don't yell at me, I'm
Glenwood
fragile.
Road, 10.
I'll show you
acres.
fragile. I didn't even get hit by a stick down a site visit today.
Notify service, well, forester of harvester something date when
District.
known.
Maintain
Did it
50
not?
foot buffer from roadway.
Oh, so this is just the approved one? Oh no, never mind. He hasn't signed it.
I don't know. This just happened to come in the
No, it
notes
is.
today.
It is approved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this. We must have looked at this already.
I don't think, did we?
No.
So it doesn't look
No.
familiar, but I don't know. They usually just.
There's
send
no
them to
map or
us.
anything to give us a locus.
Yeah, because usually they send us the application first, and then they send us once they've signed it.
How much
Yeah,
water
I've
they
not
take?
seen this one
Yeah.
before.
30 million, 30 Mbpf,
Yeah, it just says.
40 chords if you prefer.
Doesn't say where.
Burn that in the winter.
No, it does. This is exactly our question, Skip. I think you asked.
Doesn't,
No.
I don't see.
Yeah, they only received it July 21st, so we must not have gotten the first one.
Yeah, and it looks like they started it July 25th, but they didn't approve it till August 2nd.
That's interesting.
Is that allowed?
No.
No, you wouldn't think so. You would think you would need to be up. The plan
well,
would be
whose,
approved. before
whose
you-
signature is on it? The landowner's signature.
The people from above.
Yeah. And
At
Jacob
13
signed it.
Watson Lane, where there isn't a forest to cut, as Scott pointed out.
That's interesting.
Did they physically mail or did they email it to you?
Nope, it came in the mail, regular USPS today.
Yeah, I was going to say. No, well, the cutting plan was approved 7/21. If
No,
I'm reading
no,
this.
no,
Actually,
that
it
says expires.
expires because
No,
that's
no.
when they received it, but he didn't sign it till
Hold,
August.
hold
2nd.
on. If it expires 7/21/2024, does it not make sense that,
That
it
was
was
the date they submitted it, was
Mhm.
7, so they go off the date of submittal.
of submittal?
Yep.
Ooh, okay. But the submittal was 7/5.
No,
No,
that's
it's
when they signed it, it's 7/21
Oh,
at the
okay.
top.
All right, fine.
Confused.
It's a good thing I have all this information on here.
Except where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm trying to, I mean, you know what, I mean, there's not a lot of stuff over at Watson.
It's
No,
Glenwood!
it's on Glenwood.
Sorry,
Jesus!
I know, I still, yeah, I know. Brain fart.
So what do you think behind 105?
Can I motion to adjourn? I'm done.
Put
me out to pasture, I'm done.
back there, right?
Oh, it's a 2 water bottle day.
I
It's
missed you
chapter
guys.
61, but I don't know if that helps us identify.
Not easily.
It is.
Actually, on
Did you-
Oh
Glenwood.
wait, you can search by owner.
Did you just pick up?
You can search by
That's
owner.
true.
I hate this iPad, it doesn't do anything.
Let me go back to this one.
But you gotta remember what the owner was.
PROIA.
I know the address.
No, you don't! No, you don't! Jesus.
On Glenwood Road, without an address. Awesome.
Did you design that launch away?
I'd be proud of that one.
Where the heck are we?
Oh,
Oh,
I know where that
so
one
this
is.
is Glenwood. What the
It's
heck
all
is
ledge.
Is that?
It's
Is
right
it
at the
ledge?
68 and Glenwood intersection.
Oh, that's 68? That's
That's
up.
68 and that's Miles right there. Miles Ave.
Yep, you're
Miles
right.
Road.
Oh, Milne?
Oh, yeah.
So this is Glenwood and 68. There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's nothing there. Ledge.
We're awesome.
Layers.
There's a
No,
big
That was
trees.
Blair's house across the street, right?
It
Yeah.
was Gengels.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
Gengels.
Gengels.
It was Gengels.
Can you go up just a little bit more, Peter? No,
Other
the other
way?
way.
You're gonna see Skips coming up soon.
Up. Keep going.
Yeah, Skips coming.
What are you searching?
So, no, I was just wondering if it was,
Dawes?
Dawes' place.
No,
No.
that's the corner piece. Dawes is right where the
Yeah,
cursor
right
is.
there, yeah.
Let me go this way, little brother, you'll see Moose
It's
Crossing.
not-
Yeah.
The best part is it's Watson Avenue.
There it
Worcester.
is.
It's not.
There's the buses.
So it's definitely
Oh,
that
it's
day
not
that you
even
walked
Watson Lane.
They don't have the storage units in yet.
It's Watson Lane, Worcester that they live.
But there's not a lot of tree clearing there either.
Nope. See, I was right. I was right.
I'm gonna write that down. Scott was
Scott
right.
was right.
Mhm.
Melissa, she said that. She said,
No one else is
you
gonna
know
give him
that?
credit.
That doesn't
No,
matter.
she said, I didn't
All
say
right.
it.
All right, so anybody have any comments on this forest cutting plan other than we think they've already done it even though they may not have had a clear approval,
They
whatever?
haven't done anything.
No, they haven't cut
They
it.
haven't cut
Oh,
it
they haven't
yet.
cut anything yet? Okay.
No, not yet.
I think that's just their expected, they wanted to start by date.
Yeah, it said proposed
Yeah.
date.
Alrighty. Oh. sticking around.
I'm just
No.
curious on
We're
that,
entertaining.
that number 5, electronic storage. What is future electronic storage? What is that?
Well, we're talking about
Batteries?
how,
Google Drives or
we,
whatever.
we
where you
today
store
use
crap.
Google Drive, which doesn't have a lot of storage. We can get a ton of storage on OneDrive if we can figure out how
Oh,
to
I
use
thought it was like battery areas.
No.
and-
No.
That doesn't interest me at all.
Take your
There's
green.
a new road called OneDrive.
Do you want to volunteer your time to scan in all our historic
No,
documents?
I thought we were coming up with a way to get off the grid. That's all I thought. That's what I'm hoping for.
Water-
Somebody to come up with
water
ways to
wheel.
say, National Grid, we don't need you. 'Cause it's-
Hopefully
No.
we entertained you at the very least.
Julian,
Oh.
I have a room full of old dead electronics in that
That doesn't
room.
mean
I
nothing
want
to
to find
me.
a place
I'm-
to store
I'm-
it.
You want it?
I'm analog. I'm still pencil and paper. Thank you.
Thanks.
Wow, I wouldn't have waited for that.
But you learned so much.
Thanks.
So Peter, I actually have an interesting update on that.
Yes.
I happened to be speaking to Mike Moriarty today about something totally different,
Mm-hmm.
and I inquired about this. And there is something on free to us through Microsoft. I believe it's called SharePoint, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
He said it's better than OneDrive. I can put all of our files that I have electronically on there. I mean, obviously the third floor is a separate issue, but for the time being,
Right.
what I have, I can put on there, and then I can share it with the commission members so that they can also access it, similar to what I do with the Google Drive. And the level of storage is a lot, and it's backed up by the town's servers, essentially.
Okay, I haven't looked into SharePoint to know how much space we get on that. We know that we get a terabyte on OneDrive, so we need to find out how much we get on SharePoint.
I can find out, yeah, he recommended that over OneDrive. In fact, he uses that for every bit of dispatch documentation that's electronic.
Okay, let's also remember that what we want to do in the long run is to make this available. Well, actually, hold on, because there are two elements that I think the same problem exists on SharePoint as it does on OneDrive, where you need a Microsoft login to be granted access to it. You can't just say.
You can allow viewing to non-organization members of any email address
On SharePoint?
or OneDrive.
See, I thought, and I tried to do that, but it hasn't been working for me.
I just, as long as you change the access to anyone can view with this link.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
anyone
do.
can view with this link.
Oh, I have links that it doesn't
Oh,
work.
I haven't had a problem. That's weird.
Because it's the same thing with Google Drive. I
Yeah.
send it to people that don't have Google accounts.
Right.
Yes, and that
they are allowed
works,
to
and
access
that's-
it.
Google Drive would be okay if we could get enough space, and we're not gonna get enough space.
No, but I think what I'm saying is you can do the same, it's the same
Yeah,
theory
the sa-
with
it's-
SharePoint.
yeah.
That you can do it with non-Microsoft folks. And he said that basically Paul McKenzie, sets the Concom up because we have a Concom designated email account.
Mhm.
That's how we would essentially establish it. And, scanning and everything from upstairs is a very, long.
Yeah, that's a longer
project.
term, right, that's
But
not,
I would feel better just knowing that everything I've had for like the past 2 years, to have a place to put it, and then it's accessible to anybody that needs it instead of just on the flash drive that I've been using.
right. Yes, so absolutely, 100%, yes, we're all, I think, saying the exact same thing. We certainly, as a first order, need to make it all available to us. The longer term of granting access to the public, it's a whole bigger problem. But we also need to talk about how we're gonna organize wherever it goes. That's the other part of our discussion. Is how do we organize it so that we can find.
So actually, because I asked Mike about that too, and he said it has a search feature, and it's very, very. You can type in something broad, and if it doesn't find it in the title of the document, it will actually search the text of the document for it. So he said it's very easy to find stuff. I envision that it would be filed by, type of application. We'd have an NOI folder, an RDA folder, and similar.
Just go by address.
No. Oh God, no.
No.
No, that's harder. I mean, that's something that I don't think the way to organize it is a problem, personally. I mean, I have no, because, I mean, that's how I that's what I do for work. And it's so, for NOIs, it's by DEP number is the easiest way to do it, because then you have your master list with all the addresses, because it's more difficult to have them listed by address, because it's way more difficult to determine which project is which for projects on the same address. So you have multiple
Okay.
orders on the same address, and
Yeah.
it's really hard to
Yeah,
differentiate
look at
what's
Bryce
what.
Lemon, the subdivision versus
Yeah.
each of the lots.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
most people, like when title attorneys call, they have the DEP number, and it's a lot easier to just go in that specific DEP file number folder. So like I have it broken out between 100, 200, all the way to the thousands, and then within it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we know that, it's 650, Tamika could go in the 600 folders, see 50, and I underscore, and then the address, and it'd have everything in there from that specific project. And then that way, if someone needs to close it out, you know that they're closing out versus on this plan versus, maybe one that was for 5 years ago.
Right, but you're
So-
doing that
so-
in what, SharePoint?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one of the problems I have is when I'm doing building permits,
Yep.
what I have is the parcel ID, and I don't have an ad.
So-
I'll have a street, but I
Yeah.
can't tell you where on the street it is.
So that's where the master list comes in, and that I've been working on the last couple months, and it has the map and lot address number as well.
Well, this is for a building permit, so we may not have gotten it yet. Again, this is my question that I,
Why would that be any different than we wouldn't have it in general before? So what are you looking for in the files?
well, that's, I want to find, I want to have a way to know that, that we have or have not taken an action.
So that would be the master spreadsheet,
Okay.
because it has the date we issued it, the date we received it, where it's recorded, book and page. And that's an easy, just running list of every
Yeah.
single number.
So where are we with the master list?
I'm still doing historic ones because so I had to pull directly from the DEP website,
Right?
and that didn't always have the street address as it existed, or it had a lot of lots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still looking at trying to find the recorded information, but also just trying to determine 90% of where these things are. Which a lot of it was a lot easier when I was going through the files, because I could just pick it up and just type in.
Melissa, how do you organize RDAs since those don't have a DEP
I do those
number?
by fiscal year.
Okay.
So, because it's really helpful in the annual report too, when we put
Yeah.
how many files we have, then I
That's
just
true.
see, oh, we had 6, because that's all in FY22.
That's
So
good,
I do
'cause we don't get that many.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah,
do
there's no
FY
ID with an
Right, so I
IDA.
just do fiscal year, 22-1 underscore address.
Okay.
And then that has its own separate spreadsheet within, own tab
Okay.
within the master. And then that has the same thing, date of submittal, date of approval, was it positive, negative, and any conditions.
Okay.
And then the COCs are on the NOI list, so you have, did it get a COC in the book and page it's recorded in. And I have mine color coded, that if it's been closed out with a COC, and I also have it conditional formatted, so if it's coming up for expiration within 90 days to toggle them to get their extension request in. So I think
You conservation agents have so much time on your hands.
that's so much. But, and I do the same thing for violations. It's by fiscal year, and ANRADs get the file number,
Emergency orders.
fiscal year, and then then I'll do the shortcut link once they do their application. So I think, I just looked it up quickly. SharePoint is more like if you're gonna be sharing it with other people, and OneDrive is like just to store your documents, really. So SharePoint makes sense, and it almost looked like you could make like a specific like public page to view.
Okay. So
Peter,
at
can
the,
I ask you a question?
Of course.
What is your thought as far as wanting to release it to the public? What is your, like, short of like, when we get submissions, it's available to the public at the time, I post it on the website, but you're looking for the public to have access to any file at any point? Is that
yeah,
what?
I think so. I think it's the long-term vision. So somebody wants to say, oh, I'm about to buy this property, what can I find out about it? As an example. Or,
That should probably be integrated with Viewpoint. Like that's what I'm doing right now at work, uploading all my permits to Viewpoint. So when they wanna say all the open permits, you know, they just go to the address on Viewpoint and it has building.
Oh, I'm not even talking about open permits, I'm talking about historic.
Well, right, so you
Yeah.
upload all your historic stuff. It's time consuming, but, I mean, we'd have to upload them regardless. to
How would
the-
you do it historically though if they didn't have the, if we didn't?
So
use
it would be
Viewpoint
scanning
back
in all
then?
the files we have.
No, but I mean like applications that came in pre.
Oh, you
Viewpoint.
just like, you just upload like a record and it
Oh, okay,
shows up
just
as
create
like a
record.
historic, yeah.
Okay, so it would basically just be our permit that's in there and nothing
Well,
else.
it would be, it's, so in Viewpoint, it's attached to the address.
Mhm.
So if you search, like if I search my home address, any building permit, but if we started uploading our information, then all of our permits would show up with building permits too. It would be every single thing that's been pulled on that address. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I understand what you're saying, but I think my confusion comes in is that before we had Viewpoint, like I don't think the building department has uploaded permits that
Yeah.
were issued before we had
Right.
Viewpoint. So my thought was is if we create the record and we upload historic, it would basically just be ours at
Yeah,
that point.
I get
and
what you're
not,
saying.
do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I'm understanding
Well, that's,
it the
yeah,
same
so
way.
that's if the, you know, it depends what the long-term goals of the town are, is if, do we, across the board, like, is Rutland looking to get, you know, most of our permits available publicly? If we're already paying for Viewpoint and we have that capability, you know, then we should be, you know, obviously it comes with time and costs that we just don't have right now, even staff hours of scanning everything in and getting it up there. But I think no matter what we do, we're gonna have to be scanning in all of our stuff.
Yes.
Do we have any, here's a question nobody in this room knows. How much storage can we get on Viewpoint for the town? Because that's gonna, if there's a limit that's gonna hit us in that approach,
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be.
And that's, I don't know
Yeah, I don't even know how to find that out, because
that.
Didn't David George know?
I have my doubts he was never involved in the initial contract
I think
negotiations.
he was. I thought
No,
he was.
no.
Well, they don't do anything with Viewpoint planning, does it?
No, but I think he was the one that introduced it.
No.
He did
Margaret introduced Viewpoint. Margaret got it brought in. Oh yeah, without question. That was Margaret.
It's easy enough to find out.
Mm-hmm.
I just worry that if, God forbid, we ever had a fire, we would lose everything.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
We have nothing to back it up. It's definitely a concern.
So whatever we choose to do, we do have to, I do want to do it only once.
Yeah.
Whatever we do. If it means the Viewpoint is the place we're going to store it, okay. I don't have a problem with that.
No, I'm just saying if we want it publicly, that's
Ah.
probably the best place to put it. So that if someone's looking for something, you can just say, go look, because it's something that already exists, you know?
It'd probably be more user-friendly than having somebody search through our files, because
Yeah.
that might be confusing to them, the way that we're planning on
Yeah.
filing things.
And it's also, you know, some of our stuff also, like, if you have a copy of a check, you know, you don't want to be giving that out to the mass public. That's
No.
not,
Also true.
so,
Yeah, that's something we need to do in a lot of our old records. Because they're part of every NOI.
right. So, you know, when I post my public packet, because we're still in remote meetings, like, I have to, you know, take out the
Mhm.
financial information before it's posted on the clerk's website. So I don't think the organization part of it, I don't know, to me is like the least
Yeah.
concerning, ironically. I think because I see, you know, a system that works every day, and it's pretty much consistent in other towns and how they kind of lay it out.
Yeah. We don't want to reinvent the wheel, because it's going to be hard enough as it is finding the time to tackle this. I think we would probably really benefit from finding somebody, a volunteer or something that can help with at least the scanning part of it.
Yeah, like I don't have problems Friday afternoons coming in and doing stuff, and helping organize.
I think it's just picking a starting point.
Yes, exactly, because it's literally in the middle of things. I think we were in like the early 2000s randomly last time.
So is this something that we want to move forward with the SharePoint?
Well, I say
or-
let's find out how much space we get on SharePoint. If it's the same as OneDrive, great. I don't care personally if it's SharePoint.
They're both Microsoft.
Or, yeah, they're both Microsoft, they're both gonna suck, I get that.
I didn't say that.
It's just easier to, because
Yeah.
like when I share things for the meeting with Google Drive, at least with SharePoint, then I can share it with you guys how we
Yeah.
do for Google Drive. Otherwise I would have to go back to attaching everything as an attachment to the
That's
emails,
brutal.
which is not ideal.
Well, we'll figure out how we can make it work, that's all I can say, because we won't, so we probably need to do a couple prototypes to see how you can upload it, you can share the links with us, and we can all open it even if we don't have a Microsoft login.
Okay.
I think that's our next step on that.
Sounds
I
fun.
have a Microsoft login, so I don't care.
Now, I have learned, I
Wow.
our IT guy is a nice guy, but he doesn't always give correct answers. I asked him how much space we get on OneDrive, and he said 1 gigabyte.
Is that much?
No, that's not. And it is 1 terabyte because OneDrive told me so. So
I'll
I
ask
was,
Mike O'Leary, because he'll know, he uses it
yeah.
daily, so he'd know.
But we will
But it's
need,
gotta be I think it has to be significant, because he uses it for everything.
so we probably have to go through Paul McKenzie to get it, to get the one, sorry, not the OneDrive, the SharePoint
Right.
created.
It would go through our Concom email address.
Yeah.
So it should already be
Yeah.
existing. It's already an app that we have associated with our Microsoft, so you just need to download it
And
to
it's
your.
free, it's free.
Yes.
Hold on, let me find out. Yeah, where the hell is, there's conservation right there.
That's impressive, I couldn't see that.
No, don't stay signed in. Come on, office. You're insulted because I said you suck, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it hit you.
Is that 365?
Yes.
So if you go to apps, it's probably there, yeah. That's awkward.
No, you click on the boxes at the top, those 9 dots at the top upper left, it's to the left of office.
I think so, huh? Let's find out.
Yeah, because Mike just walked me through it this morning. Yep.
There you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
SharePoint,
Left-hand side.
left. Welcome to SharePoint.
Yeah.
Are you doing a British accent?
Say it like Siri.
Welcome. No.
We're not following anything. What do we have? All right, so we just need to create folder structure.
Yep.
All right.
And I think
If I do all this work, you're gonna
No.
care.
Scott's laughing. And I think I sent you the like screenshots from my work computer.
You did.
Okay.
You did.
I'm so glad you're feeling better.
I felt fine. I did not feel fine that one time though.
Oh, no.
I did not have COVID though.
That's good.
I never tested positive. I just died for a couple days.
So it was a negative determination.
It was a
3.
negative determination, yeah.
So is this
And then
will
I
be
was
the
on
same
vacation last
login
week
and
and I was
password
like,
as the
my
email.
phone doesn't connect, sorry, I'm in the hills.
You were in a no phone zone?
I was in the Berkshires.
They have phones out there.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah, they're all
crank-
connected to
You
wires.
have to
Yeah.
crank them.
Hey, they have fiber out
And
there
get-
now. I was
And
like,
get
what
Alice
the
to,
heck?
Yeah, they
Transfer
get
it.
one we get.
Yes,
Yeah,
because they have money.
but they hadn't,
No,
but no.
no, they put it in 4 sections.
Yeah.
Because they get government money for it.
One company,
I
one
don't want to
guy
say
came in,
post
yeah.
one word. Huh?
Oh, yeah, not in Monterey. Monterey is not.
Alrighty, let's go back to number 4, which is special conditions.
Mhm.
Are they up? They must be up, or I just haven't.
Yep, I put them on my Google Drive and I emailed them out to everybody. They have their own folder on the homepage of the
Yeah, I'm
manager.
just finding that. Renew up here. Oh, go back one.
Far right hand.
Far right,
under
that's
standard
the
conditions.
Wow.
Oh, like that's not gonna work for me. I'm just saying.
So were there changes that we wanted to make to this other than the wood chips are an acceptable erosion control?
No, the only thing I really want to that we got to figure that I'd like to see stand out better is that they tell us before they start. I mean, I know it's written in there, in orders and conditions. It's written there, but it's it very seldom happens until somebody gets the PP smacked.
Yeah.
So it's how do we make it stand out better? Do they have to sign off on it? Do they have? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
again, a lot of our calls would be
Yep.
diminished if we.
And Tamika, do they consistently send you the recorded order? Okay.
Nope, nor the contractor affidavits.
Okay. Will we be did we make a pre-construction checklist, or was that just an application checklist? Can you
I think
remember?
it's in the,
I feel like we had some random language about pre-construction.
to be honest.
Well,
Okay, let me check.
the on-site meeting,
Yeah, but
but it doesn't have a checklist.
we
here
worked
yet.
on something for the website, I think, and I'm just board. Conservation.
A lot of folks don't post their signs either.
Mm-hmm. Pre-construction requirements.
Yep.
So we have this little
Yeah, it
thing.
looks like this.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, here, let me share that because there are people online.
I mean, is it more just something when Tamika emails it out, she highlights, maybe not all of these things, but
I mean,
a couple of
that's the
them?
biggest one that always kicks us. So
Which
whether because we don't get notified before that once the
Oh, 48 hours.
48 hours once beforehand. I don't know. Does it get highlighted? Does it get something so it stands?
Well, maybe
I've
I mean,
we should print this off and
put it on the front page or whatever.
I can do that.
Because I think, yeah, I agree. Because if it's not plainly written right in front of them,
Right.
they
They're not
they
gonna
don't
do
go
it.
through
You're not
these
going to see
conditions.
it. I guess again, if it's
Yeah.
even on that one there, if it stands out even a
Yeah,
highlight on that one or something,
yeah,
whether it's all caps or something, just so it stands out and go, whoa, just because again,
yeah.
it gives us that time and that's half of our
I mean,
Issues.
going back
issues.
here,
Yeah.
It's like the one
if we
Peter, it's like the
bold,
one Peter just went and looked at. He goes and looks at it.
Yeah,
and
because honestly, I think even if you highlighted it within the conditions, they're not going to look
they're
at
not going
it.
to
They
see
don't-
it.
they don't
So if
read
it's
it.
They don't
something
read it.
that-
It's hey, here's my conditions.
Yep.
We didn't see them. Where if it's at the page,
If it's copy and pasted directly in the email, or if it's the printed copy, having a kind of a letterhead on top,
yeah.
and maybe also in the meantime doing a general blanket email to most of our just general whoever's filed something in the last year or has worked in the last year. Usually, just hey, reminder, these are pre-construction requirements.
Yeah, I mean either that or when you're when you're sending them back to them,
Yeah.
just like how you have your bottom, you don't type your bottom every time.
Yeah.
If that was part of it, by the way, reminder,
Yeah.
48 hour pre-construction.
Yeah, and I usually do that, like if there are additional conditions you guys add, I usually will say in the email,
Nice.
Please
Yeah.
note, the conditions discussed at the
Perfect.
meeting are, included in this.
Right.
You
But
can
I
put it
hear
right
what
on
you're
top, right on top. Hereof fail not.
What?
What did you just say?
Hereof fail not. Just like the letter the courthouse will send you.
I've never heard that statement.
I like the idea of we've already done the work to create that checklist. I like the idea of
Put it
just
on the
including
letterhead.
it with the information, everything.
Right,
that
because
it's
that means they
about.
re-got it, so if
Yeah.
it comes out, you go,
Hey,
Yes,
you messed up.
you messed
Yep.
up.
absolutely.
And even if that one was written in a different
Yeah.
text, different
Yeah.
font, excuse me.
And you don't have to have all of them.
No, just the,
The hay-bit, like just the strict get your permit recorded, contractor affidavit, and pre-construction meeting,
yeah.
and have your erosion controls inspected.
And what do you do if the guy still ignores it?
Well,
You can issue a violation if you wanted to.
That's right, shut him down
Yeah.
Yeah.
until all conservation commissioners have had an opportunity to tour the premises.
Yeah, I mean, Melissa likes
And of course, somebody's always on vacation.
Melissa likes to ticket book, so she's fine with that. But
I
it's
like-
just, it seems we miss that a
Good
lot.
luck.
Is there, so if this is something that we definitely want to enforce going forward, is there a better way for you guys to have me communicate when somebody reaches out and says, hey, I've got the erosion control barriers in place, can somebody please come take a look, or we're starting in 48 hours?
You do fine with it because most
Yeah,
of the
that's
time you
fine.
send it out and
Is
I mean,
that okay?
that
works
to
fine,
just do it that
'cause
way?
somebody
Right,
always-
it's not the communication with us that's a
Yes.
problem, it's even someone telling you that they're ready.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
know, I just
okay.
want to make sure
No,
that
no,
you're
that
fine.
way works best
No,
for
I
you
think
guys.
I think the second half, the back half is working
Yeah.
okay.
it works
Okay.
fine because don't forget, it says, it tells us, so if we get a chance to look at it, but
Yes.
if we don't, it's on us, it's not on them.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I
Right.
mean, it's not that we have to sign off on it, it's that, like Peter, when he went and saw it or whatever, and hey, this is wrong. She
Yes.
had time to give him back, well, don't start anything.
Yes.
Silk fence isn't in.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which were you able to connect to them today?
Yes.
Okay. So that's not.
In fact, we can probably take 2 minutes to talk about
I'll
that.
refine, I'll, cut out the ones that are not necessary,
Yeah.
and I'll just start automatically including them when
Yeah.
I send people their orders. We'll do it that way.
Beautiful.
Okay,
That's the only stickler that we always hit.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
that's fine.
And it's just an easy enough adjustment.
Yeah, it's just frustrating enough where
Well,
it caused a lot less
Well, we had a
chaos
lot
in
of
the
the
end.
calls, and even that, like the one he did is his, but you
Right.
just took care of a problem, especially if it's gonna rain for 5 days.
Yep.
Don't start digging. So,
And he said, by the way, he says it'll be in tomorrow.
Oh, great.
From Park.
Wrong one. Go back to this. Over here.
So are we going to add to the conditions as far as erosion control barriers that wood chips are acceptable?
Actually, I don't know that we need to because I don't think we actually have
we
constraints.
No.
The only thing we say is
Is
that
no hay.
is that hay is
No
not
hay.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But I
fine.
think it's so our agreement that it was okay
Mhm.
isn't something that goes in the
Yeah.
orders.
Okay.
It's just one of the things that we're going to consider acceptable from now on.
Right.
The only wording that I was thinking of changing is just adding the if applicable to the NIPD's permit one. Only because we've had so many comments about that recently.
English?
Which
The,
number is
um,
that?
I don't know, the MS4, oh not the MS4, the EPA general construction
Oh,
permit.
okay, okay.
It is.
It just says proof of,
It is not
consent.
finding NIPTs.
Okay.
but it should be, SWIP maybe, SWIP. There you go.
Ah.
So if applicable.
Yeah.
And again for 32.
Oh, yeah, because that's the one Chris just emailed.
Yeah.
about. Okay.
All right. So if applicable is added to 31.
Yep.
It just,
And 32 as well.
yeah.
So I don't know why I just came up with plants. Did they ever put plants over at the one the one that marked it over by Meager's house?
There's a for sale by owner sign out
The
there.
lot.
Yeah. I don't know which lot it is because that's a shared,
Yeah, but remember there was one that they did something? And
I
we
don't know,
told
I
them to
wasn't
put
at the
some-
meeting that you
yeah,
guys approved it at.
Oh,
no,
yes,
you-
that's the one when he.
We had to
coming
put
up
so many
to
native
say
plants
they had
back in.
Put them,
Yeah.
plant them again.
Did they ever put them in and anybody have a look at them?
No, because they haven't done any construction yet. They just cleared it.
Okay. I didn't know. I couldn't.
And that's why I don't know if that's the lot that's for sale by the owner.
Okay.
So-
I don't know why I just kicked.
And the plants would go in after the house is in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Just
Yeah.
when certain stuff case you go.
Yeah,
Wait a
no,
second.
yeah.
I remember that.
No, it looks really weird out there. It's also a lot of knotweed. A lot of knotweed. Ouch.
All right. Anything else about orders?
No.
As long as Melissa's happy with them.
Then we all know to be happy, right? All
I'm bringing
right.
you a crown next time.
I like
You
it.
can wear a crown.
I'm deal.
Not a tiara, a crown.
I deserve a crown, thank you.
See, queenly crowns are all cute and small and dainty, and kingly crowns are.
You can bring me a king crown. That's fine.
You
I'm-
do,
I'm-
you do
The
yours.
crown.
You do yours. I'll go to Burger King and get you a king crown.
I will wear it.
Down with the patriarchy. She can wear it.
I'll wear whatever I want. Thank you very much.
Wetland bylaws and regulations. So, my magic question is, where the hell are we since we haven't talked about them in far too many
Do we
months?
care?
You had some document that we were going through, like where, was it my suggestion list
Yes.
that we were making comments on?
Uh-huh.
I don't know where that is.
Good.
It's on the drive.
It's on the
Is it
drive.
on the drive?
It's a good
Yeah.
spot for it. It should stay there, hidden in Google under Microsoft. It's
I don't know, where do you
dashboard.
want to go with it?
It's probably past time that we actually have a bylaw.
Okay.
What? What are you laughing at?
Nothing, I'm not laughing at anything.
Yes, you are.
I'm laughing at you, that's all.
Good.
'Cause you're like, it's past time.
It's probably. I said probably.
Okay. I'm just laughing at your words.
So it's. I think 5 and 6 we're going to have to keep on the agenda for until we get through some more of each of them. It's already 8:30. We're all tired and cranky. 7:30. You're right. 7:30.
It's 8:30,
I
yeah.
also can't tell time. I'm blind, I'm
What-
deaf, and I can't tell
He gets
time.
that way when he's cranky.
Which means always, right?
That's what his daughter says.
And who would know better?
Your wife.
His daughter's mother.
I could talk about my wife's crankiness, but
Let's not.
but-
No. Let's just
No,
stop there.
But you know-
No.
No,
you know, it's almost time. It's getting closer to time for our next anniversary.
Already?
Yes, it's September.
boy, time flies when you're having fun.
Uh-huh.
I make
I
a
was like,
motion
didn't
to
you just
adjourn.
miss it?
I actually will accept that. We are,
Can I just ask real quick, are
Yes.
we gonna do our meeting at the regular time, or are we doing 7 PM because of the select board meeting?
regular time. I'm not kidding. I'll kick
September
the select
6th.
board out. I'll kick them into Calkins.
Okay.
Because I know that.
What?
How many hearings do we have?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of hearings. We're going to have visitors.
Yeah.
We're taking this room.
Okay.
Do you want the gavel?
How is
Official
it?
business?
Only when someone decides to sass me from the select board.
Which room would you prefer that I reserve for them? Calkins?
I think Calkins will be fine.
The smallest, tightest, most uncomfortable without air conditioning.
So you know what that means?
Would,
It means
would you
the
But they're
in the
over
annex, the annex conference room.
Yeah.
I like the wood studio. It's cool out there.
It smells a little funny.
So what's the annex?
Uh-oh.
Oh God, somebody else is joining right now.
Leah.
Just in time to hear somebody's second Scott's.
I second it.
Second.
Yeah. So next time we will actually get our feet under for where what we've discussed and decided for bylaw, and then we'll move forward. Probably not do a lot next week, but it's time.
Okay. Is there anything you need us to do? Like, should we look at where we left off?
It wouldn't hurt if those notes are up there.
Yeah,
Are those-
would you put it in the next
Sure.
meeting
Yeah.
date folder? Thank you. My searching
Is
ability
that
on Drive.
pink, red, green, or orange?
That's okay. And if
Whatever.
you get on there
Doesn't matter.
before I do that, there's a folder right on that homepage that says Wetlands bylaw.
Oh,
on there.
that's right.
So
I'll find
it
it.
is there.
Don't worry about it.
I'll still do it honestly.
Moving on. Any other discussion since we're discussing adjourning? All in favor?
Hands high.
Clock eye.
Well, you're not.
Don't go on.
You guys didn't follow the finger. Crane eye.